Welcome back, and thank you so much for joining me here at my Accelerator training series. Now, this is video two, all about business tools. As I have previously shared with you during your onboarding and in the earlier videos, my aim over the next 30 days and beyond is to help you create a business that is light, bright, and easy. And how is that done? It's through cutting out the complexity and stripping it back to simple. Okay, because I can tell you now, it is easy in the first, say, year or two or even beyond to keep adding more stuff in your business. Okay. More processes, more systems, more tools, more people. But I'm telling you now, that is not the best way for it to grow because it just makes you more busy. Okay. Truly, I'm telling you, when building a premium coaching consulting business, one that is results focused and purpose led, a business that runs on just a couple of hours a day and delivers the financial results you want. Okay. Simplicity and efficiency are essential. So, in this video, I'll ask you to bear with me. I'll be pausing the video from time to time as I will be switching between this presentation and relevant websites, okay? As we dive into the essential tools that will support your business success. Okay, now these business tools. Now, some of you may have very well have seen my priority checklist. Okay, my priority checklist addresses some of this. Okay, but certainly not all. Okay, so please stay with me here because initially, yes, we will be walking through the process of registering your business. Now, this is for those consultants and coaches based here in Australia. If you are elsewhere, please refer to the detail, the processes required for your particular country. Then we will head over and set up your payment gateway because, hey, okay, we want you to get paid up front, quick. We'll then have a look at the various social media platforms. Okay, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn is where I hang. Then we'll have a look at Zoom. We'll check out the application that I personally use to create application forms. And then we'll dive into Canva for a quick look-see. And why have I got that there again? Trust me, we're not going to go back to social platforms yet again. Okay. Apologies for that typo. As you can see, all very authentic here. Now, bear with me because I am just going to pause this recording. And it's certainly not a thank you already. I'll pause this recording and I shall open up the first website that we will visit. Okay, thank you very much for your patience. So here we are. Now, all I've done, I've simply just thrown in business name registration. But as you can see, there are a number of sites that have appeared, okay? Private business sites and the like. What you're actually requiring is the ASIC site, okay? The Australian Government's Business Registration System. So here it is here. And as you can see, they actually provide you a step-by-step guide. And it is simply as easy as following their steps. Okay. Now, before you start, yes, you require an ABN. So before you go for your business registration, that's registering the name of your business, please ensure that you've gone to the ATO to apply for an ABN. If you haven't already done so, guess what? You can follow the link and there you go. Okay. So once you receive your ABN, and what I will say, that is in real time. It literally only takes a matter of moments before you get your ABN received. Okay, so once you have applied for that ABN, hop back and you register your business. As you can see, yes, there are some fees, but they are very minor. And it is a matter of 1, 2, 3. Okay, so again, the process of registering your business is quite simple. Okay, the Australian website is quite easy to follow. I remember doing this, years ago when I first established my business. And look, I registered for ABN, registered the business name, got my business banking up and running literally within an hour. Okay, so I encourage you to head to this website, not these private ones that you see here. Okay, you're after the ASIC website. Okay, so what I will say also is that you will be asked as to what structure you would like to register your business as. Okay, when you're doing your ABN and business registration. Now, you'll most likely be operating as a sole trader. Okay, at least until you hit, your first 6 figures. Usually that 100K is the trigger where many accountants advise to head to a company structure. I know personally that's what I did. Okay. I'm certainly not going to be providing you, financial or business structure advice. I do recommend you speaking to a qualified accountant for specific advice. However, for now, registering as a sole trader is generally the simplest and most efficient path. And when you hit that 6 figures, yeah, as I said, personally, that's what I did. That's when I said, okay, time to set up as, the Institute of Leadership Development Publicity Limited, yeah, as my company. But prior to that, I was a sole trader. Also, you'll be provided opportunity to decide as to whether you wish to set yourself up for GST or not. Here in Australia, the way that GST works is that if you earn less than 75,000, well, if you attract revenue of $75,000 or less, you don't have to register for GST. However, come on, guys, let's be realistic here. We've been onboarding, you've seen my world, we've mapped out your money map. Okay, 75K, you're going to be attracting that most definitely within, the 12 months. Most definitely. Okay. Again, too, can't promise you results, but my client results over and over again, they've hit that literally within weeks and months. So, please register for GST. Also, okay, it adds to your credibility. If people have seen that you've registered for GST, they go, aha, she's hit the 75K or they've hit the 75K. It just looks more professional. Okay. That being said, when I make my offers, it's all GST inclusive. Like if I say 5K, 50K, 100K, 20K, 30K, whatever it is, it's all GST inclusive. Okay, so we've spoken about registering for your ABN, registering your business name, and also the GST component. Now, next is creating a payment gateway. Okay, so you can start accepting money from day one, like straight away. Okay, too many coaches, consultants delay this. Okay, instead, they're focusing on the background systems. Yeah, getting all that planning in order. Okay, before having any way to receive payments. Okay, reality being is that planning, oh, well, you know what I think about planning. Okay, as long as you got the strategy, the model, you're right to roll. And as soon as you make that first offer post, which by the way, there's no reason why you can't do that now, there's opportunity for people to reach you in the DMs. Hey, I want to work with you. It's going to feel a little awkward when you say, oh, hang on, I just have to work out how you're going to pay me. Okay. So we're going to get you sorted straight up front with the system as to how you can obtain payment straight away. Okay. Personally, I recommend Stripe. Okay. It's simple to set up and also it allows you to take payments during application calls. Okay. So what I will say is that when it comes to a point where you're having your first application call, before you jump on that call, reach out because I'm obviously going to assist you through that process, including as to how to position yourself for payment upfront in full on the call using Stripe. Okay, now I did open my own personal Stripe account before to show you all the ins and outs. However, it did obviously have a fair bit of personal information there, not only associated with me, but also associated with my clients. So, what we're going to do, I'm just going to follow up here, sign into the dashboard. Okay, the login. Okay, there's pre-populated what I've got here. Okay, look, see if I can kind of beat the system. I don't think I'll be able to. No, it won't. Okay. So what I assure you, okay, here's some pricing and fee information here in Australia. Here we go. What I do assure you, it is super simple. Okay. Once you create your account, if you are having difficulties setting up payment links, by all means, jump into the DMs or the group, depending on whether we're working one-on-one or in a small group situation. Just ask for some assistance. Okay. I'm happy. Look, we can jump on a Zoom if need be. We can share screens and I can talk you through it. Okay. As you can see here, the fees associated with Stripe are fairly minimal. Okay. Stripe, I usually use as standard for my new clients. Okay. My 30-day clients. When there is the longer term relationships and there's already that level of trust established and also larger investments, I generally just go for the direct transfer. Okay. Again, yes, it avoids the fees, but it provides, as I said, it reflects the level of trust and respect we've got in each other at that point in time. Okay. So we've spoken through Stripe. Now it's all about the social platforms. Okay. So social media is key, like it's an essential requirement of you building your brand, okay, and delivering value to your audience. For the purpose of this training series, the Accelerator series, Facebook will likely be your primary platform, okay, because this is where we'll actually coordinate your ads. There's opportunity, and you'll dive into this a bit later in a further training to host, Facebook groups on here, and the like. Okay, so this is likely to be your primary platform. However, Facebook and Instagram, there is connection there through Meta. So you can set it up that when you post on Facebook, it posts to Instagram and vice versa. Okay. I personally find it easier posting on Instagram, which immediately links to Facebook. Okay. The other platform you'll find me hanging out on, and also, on our onboarding call, I would have recommended to you also, is LinkedIn. Okay. So LinkedIn, that's where all the professionals hang. Yeah, no doubt. That is that is where your ideal client are hanging out, for professional solutions, and they're hanging out socially in Facebook. Okay. What I do wish to discuss with you. Okay. On all platforms, you will have your own private profile. Okay. Here's mine. Private profile. You will also have an opportunity to create a business page. Okay, as you can see, this is my business page here. And as you can see, the information that I have on my business page, the look, the feel, the vibe, is the same as that on my private page. Okay, so why did I choose to post my business content on my personal page? To be completely honest, my personal page, I had thousands of friends connections. And I can tell you now, it's in your existing network that you'll be attracting your first prospects from, your first clients from. Okay. Yes, it is essential to have a business page also, because that is an asset. Okay. An asset that actually increases the worth, the value, the positioning of your business. So, what are we looking at on your pages? First of all, what you will see, photos. You will find my photo, my profile photo, is the same between all social platforms. Okay. The photos, and the banners are a very similar vibe. When you have a look at my intro here on my business page, it actually is the same as the bio on my personal page. Yes, I have filled out details. Rightio. So please set up your business page and explore. If you require further information as to how to set up your business page and what information to complete, again, jump into the messages, into the group, and I can provide some further assistance there. Okay, so that's Facebook. So just notice I said that intro there, you can see the bio. If we pop back to my personal account, you will see the exact same appears here also. Okay. As I said, look, 5,000 followers there. So I'd be mad if I didn't share my business content on my personal page. Again, personal preference, but I highly recommend that you do. Okay. As mentioned, there is the ability to host Facebook groups through Facebook, obviously through Facebook as well. Okay. This is a monetization strategy that I will explore in a later video with you. But as you can see, like there's a couple of different past and current groups that I've got here, shortcutted. Position, paid, and profitable consultant or coach in 30 days. That is my current offering. Okay. From professional to paid. Okay. The Accelerator group. Surprise, surprise. That's the group that you are in if you're actually in my small group 3-day immersion event. And these here, they're actually the groups that I'm involved with my own mentor. Okay. As you can see here, we click on my complimentary offering at the moment. Okay, 15 members. And here I am dropping in value. Yep, dropping offers, videos. Okay. Okay, so there we go for Facebook. Now, when it comes to LinkedIn, again, you have a business profile and the ability to switch to a personal profile. Okay. When I made mention that Facebook and Instagram is connected, I have set it up in Instagram so that when I post from my business page in Instagram, it posts immediately to my business page in Facebook. And likewise, when I'm in my private page or personal profile in Insta, it posts automatically to my personal page in Facebook. So it's the same effort. There's no additional work, and you're actually getting a greater reach. So if you have a look at my business profile, you will see the same photo, the same bio. Okay. There is, again, the same content. Thing being with Instagram, it's got a different look and feel. Okay, so all your posts are tiled here. So when someone jumps on your page, they get an instant feel of who you are, what you do, and what you represent. Also, it's provided me the opportunity to provide a link, okay, a link that many people use for a website. Personally, I choose to use Linktree. Now, this is something that I actually haven't placed on the PowerPoint intro, but it is free to join. Okay, so I encourage you to use this as well. As you can see, I've provided a link on Linktree to my website. Yes, I have a website. I don't often talk about it. I actually very rarely use it, but I do have a website. As I said on the onboarding call, and if you got my priority checklist, definitely purchase the domain of your business name. Okay. It is an asset too, but you don't need a website straight away. And this website here, believe it or not, okay, I personally built. And I built it, within a couple of hours, if that. Okay, so don't go out wasting your money outsourcing website creation. Okay, couple of different pages here. Oh, there we go. As said, all very similar look and feel. You can see here my 4Ms, my pillars. And yes, as you can see, there's work with me opportunities on each page and on each page. Okay. Regarding the form, this is something, actually, I'll leave this website open because it's something that I'll come back to. Okay. But heading back to Linktree, as you can see, you can have links here to a whole suite of things, to videos on YouTube, to complementary resources, okay, on Google Docs and the like. Okay. So I encourage you to look into that as well. Okay. So that's where we're at Instagram. Rightio. Now, the final platform that I'd like you to consider is LinkedIn. Okay, this is where all the professional peeps hang out. It's also where people often look for consultants and coaches such as yourself. Again, very similar look and vibe. Okay, the exact same tagline. There's a few extra characters here, so I added in the DM. Um, the about, the about here is actually very similar, if not the same, to what I've got on Facebook. And yes, no surprise, there is the same content. Likewise, you have the opportunity to create, okay, a business page. It'll take me down to here, click into here. Oh, apologies, hold on. Ah, it's not allowing me straight away. Where did it go? Please bear with me. I actually do most of my platform work using my phone. And for the life of me, in a second, Institute of Leadership Development, ETYLTD. Why isn't it? There we go. Companies. Ah, I swear. Just hold on 2 moments in a sec. Looks as if I'm going to allow this to defeat me. I can't believe it because as I said, I do this through my phone, and it's literally just a matter of toggling between one and the other. But I assure you that my business page does appear here, and it is an exact replica of what you find on my personal page. Okay. The about details, the bio, it is all there in exact replica. Okay. Now, those are the social platforms. So on each, you have your personal profile and your business profile. The Instagram and Facebook, they just feed each other. And to be honest, all I do is cut and paste for LinkedIn. Okay. And the great thing is that when you go to post content, all you have to do is say cut and paste and then post under your personal profile, open up the box again, and then you simply just tick the other box, the business confidant. Yep. And then there you go. You are now posting as the business confidant. Okay. There we go. There we go. Now, that's why. So my business page, of course, is the business confidant. There it is. Apologies. I was trying to go through, obviously, when you set up your profile in LinkedIn, it asks for your employment details. So I put there founder of the Institute of Leadership Development. trying to enter my business page that way. But my handle is obviously the business confidant. Okay. I did have it set as the Institute of Leadership Development, but I changed that actually not that long ago. Again, because we want that recognition there. Okay. On the business confidant on Facebook, on Instagram, we need that continuity. So as you can see here, if we view my page as a viewing member, it's the exact same. Okay. The exact same. Okay. Sorry for that confusion. Rightio. Now we are done with the social media presence. What we're going to explore now is actually Zoom. Okay, now Zoom, I have no doubt many of you are familiar with. I dare say what's going to happen is that Zoom is it going to sign me in? It will. Okay. So I won't dive too deeply in here, again, only because I do have some personal information here for both myself and my clients. As recent of today, I was actually on a client call this morning. So I won't explore too much in here, but as you can see, I'm actually on a workplace pro plan. I encourage you to do the same. Okay. Because if you're not paying, like you can get Zoom free, but you're limited, I think it's to half an hour meetings. You will need longer than half an hour for your calls with prospects and clients. Okay. And what I will say is that Zoom, I'm actually recording this training on Zoom. Okay, the other trainings may have been recorded in PowerPoint. However, I can't do the share screen there, so I record in Zoom. As you can see, there's all these inclusions, but to be completely honest, okay, I don't use Zoom for its full capability. I use it simply for audio and video calls and for the recording of trainings such as this. Okay, so that is Zoom. There you go. It's not a 30-minute, it's a 40-minute cutoff. Plus, if you're registering for the paid subscription, you actually have the ability to host multiple participants, okay, for group calls and webinars. You're limited if you got the free plan, okay? Zoom, I do prefer over Teams. I know there's some that prefer Teams, but Zoom is my bestest buddy. Okay. Teams is just daunting with all the stuff and guff associated with it. Again, I'm here for simplicity. Okay. Now, I made reference to application forms in that on my website. Okay, so it says here, start by filling out this form. Okay, so I click the link, and guess what? It takes me to an application form. What happens? The prospect completes the form and it's linked to my email, and I get an email with this detail. Now, look, as I said, I don't promote my website. I can count on one hand how many applications I've received from my website. However, the application form does come in handy. If you yourself have actually attended one of my complimentary events, okay, in-person events, you would have received a hard copy of this. If you've attended a complimentary virtual group, okay, you would have received a link to this form. Okay, so how do you build out that form? As you can see, it's powered by Wufoo. So head into Wufoo and sign up. Okay, it is actually a godsend. It is super easy. There's no personal details on here, so I will log in for you for a look-see. Okay. I actually have registered for the free Woofu plan. Okay. You have one user that's able to use it, and you're able to create 5 forms. Okay. In the 4 years of me being in business, I have only ever created, as you can see, two forms. So here is the form that some of you may be familiar with. Okay. It's literally easy as, click the box and make the change. Or if you want to add in something different, yep, you replicate, you duplicate, you can add in a field, you click that and it'll carry it over into the form. So again, I encourage you to sign up to Woofu. It will certainly assist you and it's super easy to use. Again, if you need some help, let me know via message, by DM for one-on-one clients and in the group, should you be small group. But it is fairly self-explanatory. Okay. What the purpose of the form is, like a structured form, it actually allows you to filter the applicant. Okay. It saves both of you time and it ensures that there's alignment. Okay. It's part of your funnel. Okay. So over time, I can tell you now from personal experience, this form becomes a powerful gatekeeper. Okay. It ensures that you're only speaking with quality prospects. Like at my complimentary events, I may have, say, in a room, like a live event, I may have 10 people there. In a room of 10 people, it's likely that I'll receive, say, 6 forms. Of those 6 forms, I may offer 3 to 4 application calls. Okay. The balance may not be a good fit. Okay. And this is the conversation I have with the person through DM who's completed that form. Okay. Enough of Woofu. And now on to one of the final tools, and that is, of course, Canva. Okay. Now, Canva I don't use a lot. Okay. But look, it is free. You can sign up to a free version. I've signed up to the optional professional. Like I think it's like $150 a year or something. Okay. It's a design tool for creating on-brand graphics. Okay. You can use it for presentations as well. Like I know that I've used it to create an image, for PowerPoint that I just drop in as an overlay in PowerPoint, and for your social media content. It's super easy to use, offers a whole wide range of templates. Like, if we just go, say, Instagram post, and it will bring up literally all of these templates that could use. Okay. You can add in all sorts of other descriptors and it will sort and filter. Yep. See, it also, if you do the paid version, it also allows you to actually insert brand kits. You are able to, have certain projects on the go. It allows you to, there's all sorts of uploads that you can upload. Obviously, those are your photographs and images and the like. Okay. I don't use it too much because I'm very authentic. If you hit my page, you can see that. I don't get hung up in making things look super pretty. I'm all about getting my message out there with speed and ease. As you can see, yes, on occasion, I do go to the trouble of actually having, Canva stories and the like for particular offers. And if you head back, I'll leave Canva now. If you head back to my pages, what you will find is that those are generally pinned, okay, because they're active offers. Okay, as you can see, there's my brand colors. Rightio. So what we have there, we've gone through now Canva. If you just bear with me, I will just pause the recording for me to jump back to the presentation. Okay, to recap, we spoke about obtaining your ABN, registering your business, and sorting out your GST registration as well. We went through Stripe to create you a payment gateway. Apologies, I couldn't take you through, but as I said, there was some particularly personal information there. We had a look at the various social platforms, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, having your personal profile as well as business page. We spoke about Zoom, how by subscribing the paid subscription with Zoom, you can host application calls with prospects. You can host video and voice calls with your clients. You can train recordings. We then had a look at Woofu, okay, where you can actually create that beautiful application form, which will save you so much time in the long run, ensuring that you're speaking to the right prospects. Then to close out, sorry about that, we had a quick look at Canva, where you can use that to improve the design of your social media posts. As I said, don't get too hung up on that. I only use that for my pinned offers. Okay, we also explored a little about Linktree. That's actually prompted me. Next time I amend this training, I will add that because it is certainly a handy tool. Now, that pretty well much wraps up, okay, this second module. So thanks again for tuning in. The next video will all about diving deep into marketing. So I'm excited to get into that. I can't wait to share that information with you. But in the meantime, please, if you have any key takeaways from this video, or if you have any questions or queries, even about the technical guff, feel free, if you're a private client, to DM through Facebook. If you're attending one of my 3-day immersions, just head back to the group and position a post there for me to respond to. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you soon at Module 3.